Good morning again. I guess I'm going to make another video. So I'm going to pan back over here. Alright, so since I'm out here and recording, and I haven't done it in a while, I figured I would share a little more. Seeds play a part in my in-bulk ritual. I like to bless them. I've done it for a few years now, although it is very, very symbolic for me because I suck at being a pagan, and this is where I tell you why. These are the same pots that I used last year, and the year before, and the year before that, to grow something, and they are still completely barren. Yeah, I don't have a green thumb. I practice the craft, but I'm not crafty. I lack basic mechanical skills. The concept of do-it-yourself is one I like to read about, but it is not one that tends to translate into practical application at all. I'm not outdoorsy. I like to be outdoors. It's a nice place. I'm just catastrophically allergic to dust, so every time I go outside, I kind of risk, not being very functional for the next couple of days. And when you live in Southern California, where it is, well, yesterday was the third day this year that it has rained, and I mean not this year as in 2014, I mean the rainy season, which starts theoretically in October. Yeah, we've had 3 days of rain. It's always dusty here. So yeah, it's like I try to go up to the mountains, and then usually I end up sneezing pretty bad for the next 2 or 3 days. It's just the way it is. And I'm bad at making stuff. A lot of you guys are absolutely brilliant when it comes to candle making and carving things, or drawing / painting / sculpting. You guys just make the most extraordinary things, and you're basically reinforcing the potential pagan stereotype of being super crafty, craft people, that I would really, really like to be, to reach that standard, and it's just not happening. So, I don't know. I definitely have a black thumb. Nothing ever grows, but I do pick up seeds. These were from the Dollar Tree because I just wasn't willing to pay $2.79 or whatever for a pack of seeds. So all 4 of these were for $1, and I'm going to plant them, and probably nothing will happen. But I do like to bless seeds in bulk because it is a period of super new growth. Sorry, that's a motorcycle. Super new growth at this time of year. So, and the potential for things to be blooming. And as I mentioned in my previous video, I view the god and goddess at this time of year as the boy and the girl. So, which was part of my ritual today. It was a period of self-reflection in a sense of trying not to recognize my inability to whittle my own staff, or I don't know, hand dip my own candles or whatever, as some sort of failure as being a pagan. Because as I talked about in my video back in December, the practice, our religion is not contained or trained within a year and a day, and we're always learning, we're always trying new things, and we're always experimenting with things and just experiencing. So yeah, I don't beat myself up about it because I can't actually do something, and there's a lot that I don't do because I can't, or at least I don't think I can. And apparently growing things is one of them, amongst many. You guys are probably, well, you either think I'm pathetic or you've got some hidden failure that you're ashamed to express. I don't know. But most, I mean, you know, we always see the videos of people who've just learned how to do something and they're sharing it, or they're very proficient at something and they want to provide instruction on it, which is great because YouTube gives us that visual for it. But we usually don't hear that, you know, here's a video about how not to do something because I can't do it. So, but unfortunately you get to now view this video, possibly for the first time, of not being able to plant things. Because this was probably thyme, and that was sage, and that was rosemary. The sage one actually sprouted something that was about the size of my pinky nail for like a week or something, and then it disappeared. So I don't know if it got picked away or whatnot, but that was the most exciting. And then it disappeared, and they all lay dormant for over the summer until random grasses started to grow in them. So I'm thinking the birds in the nearby bird feeder had like pushed seed or something on top of them, and they just started sprouting random things. So that was not helpful. So I ended up getting new soil, and yeah, so we're gonna see what happens here. Probably nothing, but so I'm hoping that all of the seeds that you're planting for this holiday and all your plans for the new year and all other projects that you're planning will bear better fruit than mine. My literal plantings do. I have other projects that I'm hoping will bear better fruit, but I'm much better with the theoretical. Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to share this too. I brought these out here. As far as outdoor things go, as a kid, I used to be really into the outdoors. My allergies didn't kick in until middle school or so. This book is from '92, and I mean, I thought I was going to be. This was before I like kind of discovered paganism, but I thought, you know, look, I can, you know, in case my plane crashes or whatever, you know, I'll be able to survive out in the outdoors until rescue shows up or whatever. So I was really, really big on the idea of you know, knowing how to make it, and you know, build weapons, build shelter, build fire, you know, filter water. These pictures are fantastically old, and you know, identify plants. So this was kind of my first exposure to that bushcraft, I guess, essentially, and I was into it. But it turned out, like here, you know, the notion of being able to tie knots and whatnot. No, I'm super, super terrible at this sort of stuff. I didn't learn to tie my shoes until I was in the 3rd grade. I mean, I'm that lame. So the idea of constructing my own raft just never took off, and I don't give up on this, because this I got back when I was like 11, I think. I mean, it first came out and I was excited and just picked it up, and yeah, I still don't have a raft, or I don't make my own fires, but this is a more recent acquisition, back to basics. And this is sorry about that. This is more of a book on like homesteading. So it's the more grown-up version versus just I'm a little Indian in my backyard, jarring my own food and building a log cabin or something. I'm not even sure, but I mean, they've got a huge variety of things in here. How to build different types of gardens. I can't do this. I fail. Putting nails into wood is awful. I suck at being pagan. What can I say? So you will really not see how-to videos from me ever. I tend to talk about theoreticals because the practical is very elusive to me. It is the white stag of the dream, and it's not something I'm about to hunt down and capture, because I can't track animals either. So even if I ate meat, I could not go hunting. It would not go well. I would starve. Hopefully none of you will. Your plants will grow. Everything will be okay. And I will catch you all later. Cheers.